war. It has shaped nations, toppled empires, and defined the course of history. But what if the lessons of ancient battlefields could guide us in everyday life, business, strategy, even personal challenges? Welcome to 10-Minute Books, the channel where we take the world's most powerful books and break them down into clear, practical lessons you can absorb in just 10 minutes. Today, we're diving into one of the oldest and most influential strategy manuals ever written, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Written over 500 years ago, this Chinese classic is more than a military handbook. It's a guide to strategy, discipline, and the psychology of winning, whether on the battlefield or in the boardroom. Leaders, generals, and CEOs still study it today. Let's uncover the timeless wisdom of the art of war. Sun Tzu begins with a simple truth. All warfare is based on deception. Victory doesn't go to the strongest army, but to the cleverest commander. The one who knows when to fight, when to retreat, and when to strike unexpectedly. One of his most famous lessons is, know yourself and know your enemy, and you will not fear the result of 100 battles. Self-awareness and intelligence gathering are the foundation of victory. Here are some of the key principles. First, the importance of planning. Sun Tzu stresses the 5 factors of strategy: moral authority, the environment, the terrain, the commander, and method. In modern terms, values, timing, positioning, leadership, and organization. Before a battle or any big decision, you must weigh these carefully. Skipping this step leads to chaos. Careful preparation wins battles before they even begin. Second, waging war wisely. Sun Tzu warns that prolonged conflict drains resources and weakens morale. The smartest leader seeks swift, decisive victories. In modern life, this translates into avoiding endless struggles that waste time and energy. Whether it's a business rivalry or a personal argument, ask yourself, is this worth the cost, or is there a quicker path to resolution? Third, attack by strategy. Direct confrontation isn't always the best path. Sun Tzu says the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. That might mean breaking their alliances, disrupting their plans, or making their leaders lose credibility. In business, this could mean out-innovating competitors or shifting customer loyalty rather than going head-to-head. Fourth, positioning and terrain. The general who understands the battlefield controls the battle. In life, this means choosing the ground where you have the advantage, whether in negotiations, competition, or personal challenges. Don't fight on your opponent's terms. Shift the battlefield to yours. Fifth, flexibility. Sun Tzu insists that rigid plans lead to defeat. The wise commander adapts to changing conditions, striking where the enemy is weak and avoiding where they are strong. This echoes his famous line, "Be formless like water." Water adapts to its container, flows around obstacles, and eventually wears down stone. Flexibility wins where rigidity fails. Sixth, deception and surprise. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Feign disorder to lure your opponent in. Mask your true intentions until the decisive moment. In modern terms, this is about keeping your strategy hidden until it matters. Think of a company quietly developing a product in secret, then launching it suddenly, catching competitors off guard. Seventh, leadership and discipline. A general must inspire loyalty and maintain order. Sun Tzu warns that without discipline, an army collapses. Likewise, in organizations or teams, success depends on clear leadership, mutual trust, and accountability. Without these, even the most talented group falls apart under pressure. Eighth, momentum. Sun Tzu emphasizes using speed and timing to overwhelm opponents. Strike when they are unprepared, move swiftly, and exploit opportunities before they vanish. He compares it to rolling a boulder down a mountain. The longer it builds momentum, the more unstoppable it becomes. Ninth, the psychology of conflict. He teaches that morale often matters more than numbers. A smaller, motivated force can defeat a larger but unprepared one. The battle is often won in the mind before it is fought on the field. Belief, confidence, and focus are weapons as sharp as swords. 10th, knowing when not to fight. Sun Tzu repeatedly reminds us that the greatest victories are those avoided altogether. Sometimes engaging in conflict is a trap. True wisdom is recognizing when a fight cannot be won and conserving your strength for a better opportunity. As he says, avoid what is strong, attack what is weak. 11th, use of spies and intelligence. Knowledge is power. Sun Tzu dedicates an entire chapter to the value of intelligence gathering. He writes that a commander who relies only on strength and luck is doomed. The one who invests in knowledge through observation, networks, or strategy always holds the advantage. In modern life, this might mean market research, data, or simply listening carefully before acting. 12th, unity and division. Sun Tzu warns that division within your own ranks is fatal. The wise leader creates unity of purpose. At the same time, sowing division among your enemy can weaken them from within. In business, this could mean strengthening your team's alignment while identifying cracks in a competitor's strategy. 13th, energy and resource management. Sun Tzu stresses conserving strength. Don't exhaust your troops or yourself on battles that don't matter. Focus energy where it counts. Spreading yourself too thin leads to collapse. Finally, winning without fighting. Sun Tzu's ultimate message is that the best victory is the one that comes without bloodshed. True mastery is in making conflict unnecessary by positioning, planning, and persuasion. When you reach a point where your opponent realizes resistance is futile, you've already won. What makes the art of war timeless is that its wisdom extends far beyond military campaigns. Business leaders use it to outmaneuver rivals. Athletes use it to sharpen their focus. Even in personal life, its lessons remind us to prepare carefully, act strategically, and adapt constantly. But Sun Tzu also carries a warning. Arrogance, recklessness, and stubbornness lead to defeat. The wise leader balances courage with caution, ambition with patience. So, what's the big takeaway? The art of war teaches that victory is not about brute strength. It's about strategy, adaptability, and understanding human nature. The one who plans well, moves decisively, and stays flexible will always hold the advantage. That was The Art of War by Sun Tzu, broken down in under 10 minutes. Which principle speaks to you the most? Knowing your enemy, winning without fighting, or being formless like water? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this summary, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to 10-Minute Books, and ring the bell so you never miss our weekly breakdowns of life-changing books. Thanks for watching, and remember, battles are won long before they're fought in the mind of the strategist.